One email destroyed my toxic boss in 60 seconds. My finger hovered over the left mouse button, trembling just enough to make the cursor jitter on the screen. The air in the office was stale, recycled, and freezing cold, but sweat was running down my back like I was running a marathon in a sauna. On the screen in front of me was an email draft. The subject line read, "Prayers for David, get well soon." In the to field was David, my boss. In the CC field was the entire North American division, the HR director, and the CEO. Attached to the email was a single, high-definition image file. My heart was hammering against my ribs, a frantic, wet thudding that sounded deafening in the empty office. If I clicked send, there was no going back. I would either be a hero, or I would be unemployed and blacklisted from the industry before lunch. I took a breath that tasted like stale coffee and fear. Click. The message sent swoosh sounded like a guillotine dropping. Let me rewind and explain how we got here. It started 6 months ago. The Super Bowl wasn't just a game for me. It was a pilgrimage. My dad and I had been saving for 5 years. We put $50 a week into an old coffee tin labeled The Big Game. It was our thing. We watched every Sunday, through the terrible seasons and the mediocre ones, dreaming of the day we'd sit in the nosebleeds and watch the confetti fall. Then, Dad got sick. Pancreatic cancer moves fast. It doesn't negotiate. By the time the playoffs rolled around last year, he was gone. I almost spent the money on the funeral, but my mom stopped me. She handed me the tin and said, "He wanted you to go. Take your brother. Go for him." So I did. I bought the tickets the second they dropped. I booked the flights. I booked a hotel room that cost more per night than my first car. And, most importantly, I submitted my PTO request 6 months in advance. I work in logistics for a mid-sized shipping firm. It's grueling work, high stress, but I'm good at it. I've been the top coordinator for 2 years running. When I submitted the request for the first week of February, the system gave me the green light, status, pending manager approval. I thought it was a formality. Then came David. David was hired 3 months ago to streamline operations. He was a man who spoke exclusively in LinkedIn buzzwords. He didn't have employees. He had human capital. We didn't have problems. We had headwinds. He was obsessed with optics. He wanted us at our desks at 8 a.m. sharp, and he wanted us answering emails at 9 p.m. because hustle is a lifestyle. I didn't like him, but I did my job. I kept my head down. 2 weeks ago, I checked my PTO status. Still pending. I knocked on his glass-walled office door. He was practicing his putting on a portable green he'd installed. "David," I said, "just checking on my time off for next week. The Super Bowl trip." He didn't look up. He tapped the ball. It missed the cup. "Right," he said, straightening his tie. "We need to talk about that. Sit down." I sat. The chair was too low, designed to make you feel small. "Here's the thing," David said, leaning back and tenting his fingers. "We're entering a critical growth phase. The Q1 projections are aggressive. I need all hands on deck. I need warriors, not tourists. I submitted this 6 months ago," I said, my voice steady. "It's for my dad. He passed away. This was our dream." David sighed. It was a loud, theatrical sigh that suggested I was burdening him with my emotions. "I empathize with your loss," he said, sounding like a robot. "Truly. But business is business. If I let you go, I have to let everyone go. It sets a bad precedent. We need to focus on the grind. We need to show corporate that this team is hungry." "I've never taken a sick day," I argued. "I'm the top performer. I have the coverage arranged. Sarah said she'd cover my desk." "Sarah needs to focus on her own KPIs," David snapped. "Request denied. I need you here. We're going to be doing a deep dive audit of the inventory systems that weekend." "It's mandatory." "The weekend?" I asked. "The Super Bowl is on Sunday." "Exactly," David smiled. It was a shark smile. "While the competition is watching TV and getting fat, we'll be working. That's how you win. I'll be here right alongside you. Leaders eat last, right? We'll order pizza. It'll be a bonding experience." I walked out of his office feeling like I'd been punched in the gut. What happens next isn't just a coincidence. It is a cosmic alignment of karma so perfect it almost feels scripted. You see, David made one critical mistake. He forgot that the Super Bowl isn't just a football game. It is the most televised event on the planet. Why does this matter? To watch full story, kindly follow on screen instruction.